Hello, good day learners. Welcome back to our channel Technical Minds for Society. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the basics of our programming language. So, before moving into the video, I would request all of you to kindly subscribe the channel. If you like this video, please give us thumbs up. And if you have any doubts and questions, please leave your comments below. Or you can also follow us on Instagram. There we'll be uploading few updates daily. So this is the first video in the series of Learn R Programming. In this video, we'll talk about the introduction to R programming, installation and setup of R programming, and various data types we have in R. So okay, now let us talk about the basic idea of R programming. So R is a programming language and it is a software that is useful for statistical analysis, graphics representation and reporting purpose. It was created by Ross Ehaka and Robert Gentleman at the University of Auckland, New Zealand, and this is currently developed by the R development core team. R is freely available under the GNU General Public License and pre-compiled binary versions are also provided for various operating systems like Linux, Windows and Mac. This programming language was named R based on the first letter of first name of the two authors, as I already mentioned, Robert Gentleman and Ross Ehaka, and partly a play on the name of the Bell Labs language S, which was its predecessor. Now next comes the question, why do we use R when we have so much variety of programming languages with us? So following are few use cases or few advantages, that is why we use R language. First one is it is a great resource for data analysis, data visualization, data science and machine learning. It has already defined packages over there using which we can perform these operations. It also provides many statistical techniques like statistical tests are there, classification is there, clustering is there, data reduction is there. It is also easy to draw graphs in R, like you want to generate pie chart or histogram, box plot, scatter plot, any other density plot, right? So all these options are available to you in R programming very easily. It works on different platforms. It works on Windows, Mac, Linux, all of the operating systems, and it is also an open source and free language, right? So we don't have to pay for license, etc. for working with R programming language. It has a large community support also, so I'll be sharing the screenshot of the CRAN project website from where you can download it. Also there is a community support available over there. If anybody has any bugs or any problems in the code, that can be solved with the help of community over there. Also, it has many packages or libraries of functions that can be used to solve different problems. For example, for generating the graphs, we have ggplot2 package in which we have multiple objects which we can create. So as you can see on the screen right now, I have opened the web page from where you can download it for free, right? You can download the R software from this particular web page, that is of crproject.org. I'll give this link in the description of the video as well. This particular page is for the downloading of R for Windows only. Otherwise, its previous page contains all the three operating systems for which you can download the R software, that is Windows, Linux and Mac, right? So you can click on the particular link and open it for the given operating system. So as I have Windows system in my laptop, so I have opened this Windows page. The current version we will be able to download is R 4.2.1, right? And also on the side you can see various options here. There is a home page, tutorials are also there, and you can have the binary packages related information and different other options are there. If you have any questions, facts are also there to help you, and manuals are also there, right? So we also have the documentation part here for our programming if you are going to learn it from the scratch. So this is the web page from where you will be downloading it for Windows, and you can download it for free and run it, right? Otherwise, when you are acquainted with our programming language, you can also use an IDE like RStudio, for example, in order to simplify your programming. So these are the steps you will be following, which are mentioned on your screen to install and set up the R programming language. So these steps which are mentioned on the screen, these are for Windows setup. If you are working on any other operating system, accordingly you will find the steps on the given link itself, right? So first you will install the R software on Windows operating system. Then you will be in asked when you will be executing .exe file, then you will be asked whether you are installing it for first time, right? Then executable file will start to install, and then your app will be making changes to your device, right? And then the installation language will be selecting to English, and then as per the installation instructions will be coming, you'll have to select them and then click on the finish when the installation steps are completed. So in this way, R is simply uh, installed on your Windows operating system, right? So from the control panel or from the start menu, you can open the R graphical user interface to start writing R programs. So this screen you are seeing right now, this is RStudio window. So RStudio is basically an interface for writing R programs, right? In simple R window, when you have installed R from the given link I have mentioned, then you will be getting the only part which is shown on the left hand side, that is the console window you will be getting, and some of these options, file, edit, etc., you will be getting. And on the left right hand side I am showing you the environment. In environment, all the variables will be there, and this bottom right portion, this is the place where your plots will be generated. In R, when you will be writing a program and generating a graph, the graph will be generated and a new pop-up window will open, right? So in this console window you can write your program over here in RStudio. So suppose I have a variable which I have to declare. So I am writing a is equals to 10. So I have created a variable with the given value. Now in this environment part on the up top right corner, you can see I'm scrolling it. So you can see the a value I have entered over here, right? So it will be updated over here in RStudio. So you can see here a is equals to 10, and then we have the second variable v is equals to 11. So that value also is updated here in the environment part. Now when you have to add two numbers, you simply write a plus b over here and you will get the result 21, which is the addition of these two numbers over here. To add two numbers, simply we have to write that these are the two numbers we want to add. So this is the RStudio environment where you can work with R programming language. So you can see it is a very simple language, right? As compared to other C, C++, where you have to write the whole code and you have to include all the header files. We'll discuss about the data types we have in R. So as you know, data type is a type of variable that will be giving that will be used when we have stored some value inside a variable. So as you can see on the screen, x value we have initialized to 123 capital L. Here capital L specifies that this is an integral value, right? So the variable type we have here is integer. Next we have are the types of different data types we have. There are 6 basic data types in R. They are logical, numeric, integral, complex, character and raw. Now first comes the logical data type. Logical data type we have is in R, that is also known as Boolean data type, right? So Boolean value can have only two values, either true or either false. For example, on the screen, I'll be writing an example over here where Boolean 1 is the variable we are taking, right? For Boolean 1, I'll be giving the value true over here, right? So Boolean 1, then assignment operator, then true. Now when I press enter, this value will be updated. Then if you want to check the value of boolean 1, I'll be using print function, then name of the variable, and then press enter, you will be getting the value. So here true value we have updated. Then if you want to see the class of the variable, then you will use print function. Inside print function you will use class method, and in class method you will give the name of the variable for which you want to check the class, right? So here boolean 1 is the variable for which I want to check the class. So when I write print class of boolean 1, I'll be getting logical class over here, right? So logical can have both values true or false. Also we can have both the values, either complete true or false we can write, or only capital T and capital F will work. For example, I am writing one variable is underscore weekend, and for this variable I am assigning the value false here, right? So what will happen here, even if I check the class of the variable here for is underscore weekend with this capital F only, then also it will get the class logical, right? So print class of is underscore weekend function, again I'll be getting logical at the end. So this is the logical class variable. We can either use capital true and capital false, or we can use capital T and capital F only. So this is the logical class. Next we have is numeric data type. So numeric data type represents all real numbers with or without decimal values. For example, I'll be writing a variable weight in which I'll be assigning a value 50.5. So this is a numeric data type variable. So value I am storing in this weight variable is numeric. So what okay, we have an error over here. I have not completely used the assignment operator. I have missed one sign, so I'll be writing it again with the complete sign, right? So weight value I have assigned 50.5. now it is updated over here in environment. So when I print this value, I'll be getting 50.5, and when I'll be printing the class of the variable weight, I'll be getting the class as numeric, right? So I'm writing here print class of weight variable name and then pressing enter. Okay, so I have missed one parenthesis, adding parenthesis, and then I'm getting the numeric class. So we have seen the example of numeric variable. Now next we have is integer variables. Integer data type is the data type in which we'll be having only the integral numbers, and we'll be adding we'll be specifying the real values without any decimal points in numeric variable. So again I'm taking the weight variable, and we'll be adding capital L at the end of the variable so that we can specify that this is an integer variable, right? So weight 50.5 capital L, when I will be doing this, it will be showing me the warning message because this variable is already there as a real number. So what we have to do here, and if you see the class of this particular variable, it will be giving you the value real, right? Or you can say numeric value of the class. So what we have to do is we'll be writing this variable, we'll be creating a new variable in which we'll be adding capital L at the end of the value so that we can specify this is an integral variable. So weight 1, and we are specifying the value 186 and adding capital L at the end so that the integer value could be specified. Now when you check the class of this variable, it will be integer value, right? So This is the integer data type we have with us. So wait, one variable is of integer type. Next type we have is complex data type. So complex data type will be having some purely imaginary values in this case, right? So we'll be adding small I to the imaginary part. So how we'll be representing this number? So I am writing a variable complex value, and for complex value the value I'll be giving is 3 plus 2i, right? And the complex number could have only the imaginary part, but we are taking both parts, real as well as imaginary, in this example. Then after giving the value 3 plus 2i to this variable, next I'll be printing the class of this particular variable. So print class complex value. So I'll be getting complex as the result. Is it clear? So next we have character data type. So character data type is used to specify the character or the string value, right? So what I am going to do here is I'll be printing the complex number first. So you can see the value. I'll be getting 3 plus 2i, which is the complex number. Then we have the character data type, in which we'll be specifying the character or the string values in the variable, right? So programming string is a set of characters. Suppose you want to insert only single character, or you want to insert the more than one character, so that will be a string. So here we have fruit value apple, which is a string for which we have to use the double quotes. So now when you will be getting the class of this particular variable fruit, then you will be getting the answer as character, right? So this is the class of this variable. You can either use single quotes or double quotes to generate the strings. As you can see here, my new character, I am assigning the value of a single character over here, so I am using the single quotes instead of double quotes. And when I'll print the class of this particular variable, my character new, so that will be also returning us the value character, because both the values are char values. Their data type is same, although the values are different, right? Next data type we have is raw data type. So raw data type will specify the values as the raw bytes, right? So you want to convert data types from character to raw data type, or you want to do the opposite, then you will be using two functions, char to raw or raw to char. For example, we have a variable, raw variable here, in which we are using the function character to raw value. That means I'll be giving the string value as an input, and the program char to raw function char to raw, that will convert it into the byte forms, right? So I have a string here, I am a programmer. So when I'll execute this set of code, what we'll be getting, let me print the raw variable first. So I'll be getting the byte code instead of the string I have entered, right? And if you see the class of this particular variable, then you will be getting the class as raw class, right? I'm adding the class value here. So the class I'll be getting is raw. And if you do want to use the opposite function, that means you want to convert the raw value to character value, I am writing a new variable, raw variable 1, so that there is no confusion. The function we'll be using here is raw to char, and instead of giving input as a string, I'll be giving the name of the variable which I want to convert. So name, I'm changing the name so that there is no confusion. So raw variable is the variable for which I want to do the conversion. So when you press enter and check the class of the variable, you will be getting class as the character. And if you want to print this value which is converted now, that will be a character string we have entered for the given variable. So these are the data types we have in R programming. I hope the examples are clear to all of you. If any doubt is there, let me know. I hope this video was useful to you for learning this programming language. So if you like this video, please give a thumbs up to the video, and if you liked our content, kindly subscribe to the channel, and please share it with the friends or colleagues or students if you find it useful, and keep learning. Thank you all.